Hi, my name is Megan Matsumoto. I'll be going over the usability study that we performed on Booking.com. To introduce the client, which is Booking.com, it's the #1 hotel booking website based on site traffic. Its purpose is to help travelers find budget hotels for them to stay at. And it was founded in 1996, but was recently purchased by Priceline Group in 2005. We performed a competitive analysis on Booking.com as well, compared it to Hotwire.com, Hotels.com, as well as Airbnb and Design Hotels. We found that fresher sites such as Airbnb are actually gaining ground on Booking.com, and Booking.com is also very overwhelming compared to cleaner sites. Another thing, it doesn't have a loyalty program, which encourages return visits. Now, the overall product goal for Booking.com is to increase conversion rate of online bookings. So based on that, we formed a series of study goals, which we call the 3 E's. And the first one is efficiency. So can people find information that they are looking for? Is it easy to learn? Do participants know what to do on first glance? And is it engaging? Are people enjoying their experience on the site? So with this methodology that we went through for the usability study, a usability study is observing how individuals complete a given set of tasks. And the reason we do this is because it surfaces frustrations and pain points on an interface. And we're not our users, so we need to go to them and see what it is that they are struggling with. We're doing a remote and moderated usability study, which means there are no moderators, and participants are doing this based off of written task instructions. And we decided to do this particular method because it's cost effective, there's efficient turnaround of data, less moderator bias, and has a larger demographic reach, which is important for a worldwide website. Now with this process, we wrote the testing plan. We launched our test on Loop 11 and usertesting.com. We recruited our participants and analyzed the results. For Loop 11, we had 240 total participants. Majority of them did skew on being confident in online booking in general. Now we did the study with 3 participants on usertesting.com. None of them have ever used booking.com before. All of them have booked a hotel at least once in the last 2 years, and they were based in US and Canada. Alright, so let's go into our key findings from these 2 different types of studies on Loop 11 and usertesting.com. So our quantitative analysis found medium time on task, and this can be used as a good benchmark for future evaluations. And for the system usability scale, that was 58 out of 100. Now the average SUS score is 68, so this is 10 points below the average. And since the SUS measures usability of a site, this means that people are not finding it that usable. And for the Net Promoter Score, it was negative 3.33. Negative meaning that more people are actually detracting from the site and not promoting it to others. So this means less people are using it, they're losing profit, people are not giving word of mouth. So it's really time to think about making some improvements. So let's go deeper into the findings. So the first one is how people search. So with this task, we asked them to search for a hotel with some requirements like finding it near Times Square, non-smoking in New York City. The map view was a huge concern for a lot of people. So I'll just show you here.
Not sure what this pop-up is. Oh, it's a map. Okay. So, this is interesting. So it looks like we can see, now I should try to find Times Square here. I don't know New York City very well.
So he actually just decided to abandon the map altogether because it wasn't giving him the information that he needed. And he went back to what he felt comfortable with, which was the list view. People do find the map useful in general. One participant said they do tend to pick through a map because they like knowing where their hotel is located, but all three of them didn't find the map helpful because it wasn't giving them the information that they needed. Now let's go into summary of what was frustrating. Efficiency. Map does not correspond to list view. It's difficult to tell what filters are going to do. Easy to learn. Map view is too overwhelming at first glance. Engagement. It's not pleasant to use the map. Pages are not very visually appealing, and there's annoying pop-ups. So let's get into our second task, which is customer reviews. And we just asked them to find the reviews from the hotel info page. Now, 33% of 240 users were able to successfully find the customer reviews, so this is not a great statistic. Here's an example of someone who struggled to find the reviews.
So let me click on them here. Can you? Okay, they must be somewhere on this page. I expected to be able to click on them and then be taken to see them, but see all guest reviews.
So from the findings, we found that people did like the breakdown once they were able to find it, but struggling definitely to find them in the first place. The reviews were very important, so they wanted to make sure that it was easy to find. Now here's another good benchmark on percent favorability of people who felt that it was efficient, easy, and engaging to find the reviews. All of these are below the 80% benchmark, so that means there is improvement that needs to be made here. And let's go into what was frustrating overall. For efficiency, the reviews they had multiple entry points, so if they couldn't find it initially, they would scroll all the way to the bottom. Easy to learn, it was inconsistent with phrasing and iconography with the stars versus 10-point scale, calling it our guest reviews versus customer reviews. And then engagement, there's just too much on the page, it doesn't stand out, and there were again pop-ups that happen. Alright, so our third task is selecting a room, and the key findings that we found in terms of going through and selecting a room is 50% were able to successfully find it. This is actually the highest success rate that we have for our tasks. And then here we have a participant who's just found it very overwhelming.
Whoa, okay, so this is the same, but this is very busy, this layout. It's like, got these little red boxes, it's got little icons here, it's got red /through product, it's got green check marks here, it's got blue bullets. I mean, this is really busy. On first sight, it's hard to read this. So I guess this is for the two queen bed superior room, and these are all the different versions of it. So there's the non-refundable, there's the free cancellation, where you pay the property, and then this one has breakfast included. So I would go for this one because it's just easier and you're getting the best value. So I'm gonna hit, and I don't like all these pop-ups that come up. It's just annoying.
So this participant did not like the way it was laid out at all. They said it actually made them want to abandon the page because it felt like it wasn't trustworthy and it was infomercially. And this is the exact opposite that we want in terms of this page here, where they're making the selection and the decision to book. There are also additional pop-ups.
All the information is presented here in a clear, systematic. Oops. So there's properties. This is being booked as we speak, sort of thing. So
with those pop-ups, they're just saying other people are looking at this site. It creates a sense of urgency, and participants did find this helpful because they knew they had to kind of hurry it along and make a decision, but it was also stressful. And here, just looking at the benchmarks for efficiency, ease of use, and engagement for selecting a room, the only one that was above the 80% benchmark was ease of use. The other two were below for efficiency and engagement. Okay, so what was frustrating? Efficiency. You can't distinguish important things due to competing colors and information. Pop-ups and tooltips cover important information, so you have to hover out of the way. easy to learn. Process was actually fairly easy. This is the only one that was above our 80% agreement scale benchmark. And engagement. Urgency pop-up causes stress. People make mistakes when they're stressed and they don't enjoy the experience. And overall layout is not visually appealing. All right, our last task is finding customer service help. And with this one, from the homepage, we asked them to find help to hypothetically change a booking. Now, 26% of participants were successfully able to find the help section, and this is the lowest score that we have. Many people went to the top navigation first, but were unable to find it, as you can see here.
I'm not logged in, so I don't know how I can enter a reservation online. I'm going to click recently seen, but that's just the one we've done now. So, what's this button? Inspiration. So, I'm going to take the approach, option 1, of contacting customer service.
There is a help or customer service link in the top navigation. People overlooked this because it's super tiny. And people were just overwhelmed with the homepage in general. They didn't know what to focus on. This one also had the lowest scores in terms of percent favorability and efficiency, ease of use, and engagement. All of them are in the negative 20s, below the 80% benchmark. So this section definitely needs the most help and attention. And again, what was frustrating with this process? Efficiency. Customer service option, it's not apparent in the top navigation. They feel they need to scroll all the way to the bottom to find any kind of link. Is it easy to learn? There's inconsistency with the phrasing and the icon. Sometimes it's help, sometimes it's a question mark, sometimes it actually says customer support. And the homepage has no hierarchy, so it's not easy to scan. And engagement, there's no phone number, no chat, email, or way to contact a live agent. And again, the homepage is not visually appealing. Alright, so we've gone through all of our tasks. Let's get into the recommendations. These are the next steps that you should go through in order to improve the usability of this site. First, with efficiency, create a clear call to action on each page. Use recognition over recall, and put related information near each other. For ease of learning, use consistent terminology and icons, and create a visual hierarchy. And engagement, reduce the number of pop-ups, and bring in a visual designer to make the pages more appealing, make things more exciting, more friendly, and happy and enjoyable to use. So in conclusion, by working on these 3 areas of efficiency, ease of learning, and engagement, you'll have less page abandonment, more word-of-mouth recommendations, less calls to customer support on how to use the site, and overall happier customers. So thank you so much for listening to my presentation on the usability study that we performed on Booking.com. My name is Megan Matsumoto, and have a great day.